Celebrities are messy, but at least I don't hear of anyone stealing ultrasounds. But that's about to change because just when you think these stars can't shock you, they go right ahead and give you front row seats to drama. I wanna ask, have you heard of anyone stealing another baby's ultrasound? Cause I sure haven't. But it's the tea on the table and I'm about to get to it. Once you hear the name Gypsy Rose Blanchard, what do you think of? Personally, it makes me think of one of the most incredible true crime stories of the last 10 years, because Rose was the focus of documentaries, publications, and the popular television program The Act during her years in prison. But it seems being famous for her years in prison isn't the only skill she has. Gypsy Rose might as well add baby ultrasound theft. Before we get into all that, and for the sake of context, let me quickly take a trip down memory lane. Gypsy Rose Blanchard's story began with a web of lies created by her mother, Dee Blanchard. Alongside the world, she was raised to believe that she was severely ill and suffered from various ailments, including muscular dystrophy and leukemia.
The harsh reality. Gypsy told Stanfield that prison was good for her, and when I asked him if he thought the justice system worked out in this case, he says it did.
She suffered from physical, mental, and medical abuse, was forced into a wheelchair, and had to undergo several surgical procedures she had no business with simply because her mother was greedy and, in my opinion, she was just straight up cuckoo crazy. But Rose's horror story ended in a tragedy in 2015 when Gypsy and her then boyfriend plotted Dee Dee's murder, which landed Gypsy in prison.
The fact that the best deal for her was something that landed her in prison for almost a decade. And after
she gained parole after about 8 years of her sentence and was released by the end of 2023. Immediately, she started a new chapter of her life, including her fresh marriage to Ryan Anderson, and fans couldn't be happier.
My darling love, today I stand before you, taking in every detail of all that you are. Your smile, your eyes, the way you look at me.
Gypsy Rose, when you walked into the visiting room the first time, I realized at that moment I was meeting the love of my life.
The man I came to call my best friend, I now call husband. With all that life has to offer us, I vow to be yours. I love you with all of my heart and soul, your wife, Gypsy Rose Anderson.
Although they got married while she was behind bars, things seemed to settle a bit when she got out. Gypsy and Ryan had a lot of support and love when they first started dating. They appeared to be very pleased as they went on adorable dates. But like most couples in the limelight, the cracks began to appear because Gypsy went back to her ex as soon as that realization hit, and her ex was none other than Ken Urker. Ken was Gypsy's first committed relationship, and they had so much love for each other, he proposed to her while she was still in jail. A relationship which started as a friendship. Their friendship soon turned into a romance as they became closer due to their similar ideals and encouragement of one another. Gypsy was still in prison when Ken proposed to her, demonstrating the seriousness of their connection. Despite the difficulties of a romance while she was locked up, they both looked forward to creating a future together. It was like a good love story. However, everything fell apart just before Gypsy was released in 2019. Gypsy was heartbroken, but nobody quite understood what happened at the time. After getting married to Ryan in 2022, it seemed like she had fully moved on, but looking back at things now, not so much. Cause do you ever really get over your first love? I don't know, but Gypsy did not. Anyway, right after her split with Ryan, Gypsy reached out to Ken once more and the spark returned almost instantly. In an interview, Gypsy said that she didn't recognize that Ken was the one until she was divorced.
Who did you send a picture to?
My dad and Christy, they like it.
Yeah, your boyfriend like it? Well, don't call Ken. You're probably already talking to him anyway.
However, her talks with Ryan and stepmom about Ken before the breakup says otherwise. Gypsy believes that this is the perfect time, place, and everything for them to be together. The public's response to Gypsy and Ken's reunion is mixed. Some fans applaud her decision to get back in touch with her former partner. Others are concerned that she may be moving too quickly following a recent divorce. What do you think? Because personally, I always advocate for being happy regardless, but this one is kinda tricky. Gypsy stuck to her guns though, frequently defending her connection with Ken on social media. But even though they're under a lot of public scrutiny, Gypsy and Ken are still exploring their relationship today. There are even rumors that their story might be shown on reality TV. Both appear to be aware of the difficulties they encounter, but they are nonetheless committed to creating a life that demonstrates their constant development and fortitude. Gypsy's revealed that she feels at peace with Ken and is eager to see what the future has in store for them, even though this relationship was built on an affair. But Gypsy definitely doesn't care about drama, cause from having an affair, filing for divorce, starring in 2 Lifetime series, and near misses with her parole officer, well, Gypsy's making waves on the internet. Somehow it was no surprise when she came out about her situation with her ex-fiancé and current boyfriend Ken Urker, and recently announced that she was pregnant.
Hi everybody. So I know the rumors have been flying around for quite some time now, and I'm happy to announce that I am 11 weeks pregnant. Ken and I are expecting our very first child come January of 2025. We're both very excited. This was not planned at all. It was completely unexpected, but we're both very excited to take on this new journey of parenting.
Just 3 months ago, Gypsy announced her pregnancy to the world, saying she was 11 weeks pregnant. I was very surprised, she said to people over Zoom after the announcement. She also mentioned her due date is in January 2025.
Actually, I'd like to clarify that no one bought anything on my registry. Haters were playing a practical joke on me by pressing the purchase button and leaving a harassing message with it. And ever since Gypsy posted the link to her registry, there have now been multiple fake registries popping up on baby lists. Now, in my personal opinion, this does seem like a very likely scenario.
Just soon after, she posted an extremely lavish baby registry, which trolls evaded within days, making her lock it, which I find unnecessary, because one thing about putting your business on the internet, there'll be opinions. But here's the catch. The buzz on social media isn't necessarily about the pregnancy, but on who's the baby's father, Ryan or Ken?
Of course, Ryan and I have talked about starting a family, and we just don't know when. You know, it'll happen when it's meant to.
So it sounds like motherhood is something that does appeal to you, despite what you've gone through.
Right. I have actually a lot of great motherly role models, like my stepmom, Christy. I have lots of friends that I can pull, great guidance from. So they've been guiding.
When I say Gypsy loves drama, I mean it, because this whole fiasco from Gypsy started when she said that she wanted to have a baby with Ryan. She talked about how he adored her and loved her for being herself, regardless of her flaws. One thing for sure is she seemed to have always wanted a baby and be everything her mother wasn't for the child.
Trying to get pregnant. Gypsy always wanted to be pregnant.
Ryan also said they were trying to get pregnant at the time, meaning there was a possibility she conceived during the timeline. She also had a pregnancy scare around the time, which she once again overshared with the people of the internet.
It was mid-March when I left Ryan. So this is absolutely 100% Ken's baby.
Fans were going ballistic, dragging Gypsy by her tail into the mud, and finally she addressed the rumors and made it clear that Ken was the father. She did this by commenting on a video with a clear timeline showing Ryan was in fact not the father. Left Ryan March 23rd, had a period April 17th, made love with Ken and only him April 27, 28, 29, 30, and conceived on May 24th, she said. Positive test on May 24th, Ken is the father.
The first time we physically reconnected in person was that weekend.
Ken, on the other hand, mentioned they were physically bonding by April 1st. This doesn't even match with Gypsy's comments, so is it safe to say we don't know who the father really is? However, back in August, Ryan revealed he has to take a DNA test for court due to how the timeline matches up with his estranged wife Gypsy Rose Blanchard's pregnancy. Later on, they both agreed to wait till the baby was born to take the test. The drama eventually subsided and all seemed well, but as usual, Gypsy Rose lives for popcorn-filled drama, and the internet ate it right up, dragging her and her fake life.
Recording this video, I am 17 weeks and 2 days. Okay, so for this ultrasound, I've been told that I have to drink a lot of water. Hello!
Welcome! My name is Christina, this is Becca.
Hi!
Nice to meet you guys.
It all started when the internet erupted as Gypsy proudly displayed her baby's heartbeat, but fans were quick to notice that her baby's ultrasound was also another baby's ultrasound. The ultrasound appeared strangely familiar to previous photos that were circulating online, as some followers pointed out. I mean, it obviously should, because there should be room for them to be alike, but not when it's a seemingly complete replica. Now, that's theft, but I can't understand why she'd steal someone else's ultrasound if she was pregnant. Except maybe she isn't. Or maybe it's a coincidence, but people began to accuse Gypsy of attempting to mislead her followers, considering the possibility that she might have gone on Google and used any random baby ultrasound as hers. The crazy thing is, Gypsy might truly be pregnant, but given her love for drama in her past, everyone's ready to assume the worst. Heck, even I am. Even longtime fans of Gypsy voiced dissatisfaction, believing this possible deceit would mean that Gypsy hasn't overcome her history of manipulation and secrecy. Still, the internet's in a frenzy, something that Gypsy may still find it difficult to be honest about her life because of her tragic history, so hiding behind false realities will be a common thing for her. However, this could simply be a miscommunication. After all, a lot of people listen to their baby's heartbeat using Dopplers at home, and perhaps the ultrasound just seems too generic to them. Regardless, her ultrasound definitely looks like something from Google, and that was enough to cause an internet war. But if there's more to the story and the ultrasound images were indeed staged, it's gonna take Gypsy some time to gain people's trust, cause she's like the human version of the boy who cried wolf. Hopefully, when she's being honest, no one says it's a lie, but what do you think? Do you think she stole the ultrasound or she's lying about her pregnancy? Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe for more celebrity gossip.